Fanny, maybe to assist you, can I ask the committee, can you turn to Annexure MF6? So the context to this request for information that's at MF6 is that when the National Commissioner gave evidence, he indicated that when the tender was being adjudicated, that he received a call from a member from IDAC warning that there was a company called that was linked to Mr. Matlala that was bidding for the contract. And so what is at Annexure MF6 is the responses, the further responses from the National Commissioner following his engagement with the evidence leaders. And just to recap, the responses from the National Commissioner says that he was contacted by a gentleman from IDAC called Mr. Sunil Belachan in and around May 2024. So just in terms of the timeline we're talking about, this is after the bid evaluation committee has completed the evaluation, but before the bid adjudication committee awards the contract, makes the final award.
Correct.
And what the National Commissioner indicated was that this gentleman from IDAC had raised concerns that there was Medicare 24 Tshwane did not have a valid tax clearance certificate and had been blacklisted, and that it seemed to have been linked to an entity that was linked, or a person that was involved in Tembisa Hospital. So you were then indicating that from this response, he said that he spoke to an official.
Yeah, he had not spoken to me. He had spoken to the official in my absence. I was on leave at the time, and National Commissioner was assured that there is nothing untowards with regards to the evaluation process. When we started, I'll just mention that part here because it's critically important, even though we are not dealing with the adjudication process. When the bid adjudication set and we did the declaration, it would appear that the bid adjudication committee members did not know of any concerns that were raised by IDAC, because when I called upon for them to declare, none of them had any declarations to make with regards to this contract. Neither did I have any declaration because it was unknown to me that this concern had been raised with the National Commissioner.
Yes, but it had been raised with the National Commissioner. Who's the official that the National Commissioner says that he spoke to?
In his letter, in his response to the chairperson of this committee, the National Commissioner has indicated that he had spoken to Major General Hankins.
Yes, and in what capacity was Major General Hankins acting at the time?
I was on leave. She was acting as the Divisional Commissioner of Supply Chain.
So then, despite those, the concerns were raised, then it proceeded to the adjudication.
The unknown to the bid adjudication committee, the tender was tabled to the bid adjudication committee for adjudication, and we did sit as the adjudication committee to adjudicate.
And then on the 18th of June 2024, Medicare 24 Tshwane was awarded the health risk management services contract. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So, General Fani, can I now request that we look at the bid evaluation committee report? It's at Annexure MF7,
Can I get the page?
page 368. So, certainly just to clarify, the heading of the document is written Submission Bid Adjudication Committee. Is this the report of the Bid Evaluation Committee?
That's the report compiled by the Bid Evaluation Committee for consideration by the Bid Adjudication Committee.
Lokhu usuku olungafiki. Namhlanje bekuusuku lolu iIDEC eyathi uGeneral Fani Masemula afuna azovela ngale court namuhla. Kodwa singakangeni nje odabeni lolu lwasecourt olenzeke namuhla. Ngifisa sibuyele kule video engiqale ngayo. Ngiqale ngale video ngamabomu ngoba kule video evidence leaders lo siswa kaMkhize mayikhuluma noGeneral Fani oyi-head of supply chain okuyena umuntu asayinela itender umuntu ogcina lo is the accounting office. Uma ngathiwa kunento ezingahambanga kahle nomuntu wena afuneka achajwe nguye, kimi it doesn't make sense ukuthi ungabopha bonke abantu bokha labo lamaphoyisa lawa aboshiwe nalabo brigadier ababoshiwe kodwa asale yena. Usala kanjani? Futhi into interesting kakhulu ngale video kade uqeda kuyibona, uGeneral Fani Masemula ubathumelela i-email uthi yena beka kuyi-leave, uthumela i-email uyabazisa ukuthi ucontact iIDEC, yamazisa ukuthi kune company ekuthiwa iMedicare 24 oNokhet Matlala, indaba ye-tax clearance yabo is fraudulent. Okwesibili, i-company is blacklisted. Okwesithathu, le company i-linked nodaba laseThembisa Hospital. From lapho uyabuya uGeneral Fani. Ingakho lesiseyihlukanisa le process ukuthi okay bekusekhona i-bid evaluation. Uma sekuyi-bid adjudication usekhona uGeneral Fani. Le information phela sekayitholile usekhona. Khona kunjalo bayi-evaluateile ngokwabo yonke le information eshiwayo. Bafe bathola ukuthi i-company is ticking all the boxes. From lapho they award i-tender. So uma ngabe ngempela inhloso iIDEC ukulwa necorruption, kungani uGeneral Fani bengamchargeanga? Ngoba uyitholile iwarning wanga act upon it. Yes, beka ku leave kodwa mayibuya ku leave phela bambriefile bamtshela okanye ufuna ukusazisa ukuthi umuntu onganakanga kanani emsebenzini wakhe. Kunanto ebhalwe uMighty Jimmy kwi-Twitter account noma ku-X account yakhe. Ubhale kanje: on the charges against the National Commissioner of Police, General Fani Masemula, something doesn't make sense. If you have been following the Madlanga Commission and the ad hoc committee hearings, I heard Bongani Mbiwa on 702 argue that the commissioner must be removed. Is that what this decision was about? To create a pretext to remove the supporter of General Khumalo and General Mkhwanazi? We now know that Suleiman Karem funded the SAPS tender and got payment. We know that Hangwani Maumela got payment from SAPS tender. Why are these co-sponsors of the fraudulent SAPS tender not arrested? General Masemula testified that he warned the chair of the Bid Adjudication Committee, General Molife Fani, not to award the contract to Medicare 24, Tshwane District. The company was not compliant with bid requirements. Why are these people who directly awarded the contract not charged? Ilento engiyibuzayo, why uGeneral Fani engachargiwe ngoba tshelwa uGeneral Masemula esemtshelile ukuthi hayibo ngithola i-call from iIDEC iyangazisa ngale tender nanokuthi lo muntu link nalabantu abakuthi aba involved kuyithembisa. Khumbula ngaleso sikhathi information lesiyazi ukuthi labantu balutha close to 2 billion or 2 billion rand sasingakabi nawo thini ukuthi IDEC yayinawo lo information ngoba iphathe NPA. Kodwa uma sekucharge abantu akacharge uGeneral Fund, lo muntu lo kuyena muntu odirect okuyena o-award itender even though enikiwe iwarning. Kungenzeka na ukuba la kudlala ipolitiki hayi ngoba yonke lento yenzela ubulungiswa. Enye into futhi engisolisile enza ukuthi ngicabange kanje ile video le.
Mr. Stewart, what brings you to court today?
Well, look, I'm just here to support the state in charging Masemola. We're glad that he's finally been brought to book. We hope that the minister asks him to step down, if not step down, at least be suspended. But the reason why our country is in such a mess is because we have an incompetent and weak leader, which is the National Commissioner that's here today.
You really can't split Masemola, Mkwanazi, and Kumalo. You can't. Forget about it. So I'm very keen to see the KZN Provincial Commissioner here at court today, because he did say to this nation that there can never be peace between a police officer and a criminal.
On which side of that equation are you?
Me, I'm on the side of right. I've been there all along. I've been there when we started this fight. I've been there when we started laying these charges. I've been there when they ridiculed us, and now the chickens are coming home to roost. I come a long way to be here today. I come a long way to be here today. But this is not about me. This is about the children dying on the Cape Flats, while tens and hundreds of millions are being stolen, while people are buying hotels and sports cars. That's what this is about.
So the optics matter, and I look at who you're accompanied by here this morning, and this is a gentleman who accompanied the Deputy Police Commissioner when he appeared before the ad hoc committee. And are we to read anything into that?
Let's just say we started a conversation and I was looking for a lift. I'm not from Pretoria. Like I told you, I come a long way to be here today. I called the man up. I said to him, listen here, I believe...
Which man? Did you call...
I said to him, I believe you have a bulletproof vehicle. Can I get a ride? Because last time when I was accompanied to the prison by Metro Police, a certain general from KZN tried to have it criminalized.
Uthi Fidel Adams, we've come a long way with these charges. Besayizama le case. Isazama ukuphekwa ukuzivuthwe. We've come a long way. Lokho nje kusho lukhulu. Ubona abantu abazosupport. Ngoba support ukuboshwa kaGeneral. Kulo akekho, no one is above the law. Wonke umuntu must account. Siyakuvuma lokho. Kodwa ake kusebenze iqiniso. Usalelana uGeneral Fani nabo bonke laba ababekwi bid adjudication committee, laba ababekwi bid evaluation committee ngoba ibona laba abanikezwe information. Yibona laba ababene information yonke. Okufuna be-evaluate babone ukuthi the tax clearance okukhulunywa ngayo is it fraudulent ngempela na? If not babuyele kuGeneral siyayibheka lento asiyiboni ikwazi IDEC ukubanika information. Kodwa kunalokho they awarded the tender. Angicaphunela ukuthi kuthiwe necourt ngale kokubambelela.
Accused is charged with 4 counts of contravening the Public Finance Management Act, number 1 of 1999. It is the intention of the state for the accused in this matter to be joined to case number A16/212/26, currently appearing before this court in the matter of the state versus Vusamusi, Matlala, and 15 others, which is before this court again on the 13th of May, 2026. Worship, just for the record, the accused in the Matlala matter were arrested as they were charged on Schedule 5 offences. They have appeared before court on the 25th of March, and all the accused, but for accused number 1, Mr. Matlala, was released on bail. Your Worship, Mr. Masemola's attendance this morning is by way of a summons because of the nature of the charges that he is faced with, being 4 counts of the Public Finance Management Act, which does not fall within the ambit of Schedule 5. Therefore, the state, following the prescripts of the law, Your Worship, has used the least invasive process of securing Mr. Masamola's attendance this morning. Your Worship, the investigation against Mr. Masamola is at an advanced stage, save for certain aspects of the financial investigation that has to be completed, and the delay therein is because of we're waiting for bank statements, etc. Your Worship, as a result of the addition of Mr. Masamola in the matter that is already before the court on case H16/212/2026, the state will need to amend that charge sheet to reflect the accused's involvement, and a new charge sheet will be provided on the next court appearance. The state therefore requests that the matter be postponed for the accused to be joined as a co-accused in the matter of the state versus Vusumuzi, Matlala, and 15 others, the date being the 13th of May 2026. Your Worship, I have canvassed the date with my learned friend, and he's in agreement with that date, and we accordingly request that the matter be postponed to the 13th of May 2026.
Engobuzwa ukuthi yena ubechajwe ngalamacala u4 lawa bekwe wona 4 counts of violation ePFMA, kodwa manje into esebenza bafuna ukuthi aphinda chargwe futhi ecaleni leli lithinta uKethi Matlala kanye nalabo abanye general nabo brigadier ababoshiwe lapha emaphoyiseni. Njengobuzwa ukuthi uma sebebuyela ngomhla ka13 kuMay uzobe sebebuyela bonke na kwi charge sheet uzobe sevela kanye nabo labaya okushuthi naye usechargela icala lele corruption. Lokho nje kukodwa kusho ukuthi njengoba sechargiwe upresident ufuneka ammise kuumthetho nje ukuthi uma ngabe unational noma ubani osesikhundleni silapha uma kunecala abhekane nalo asuse kwesikhundla sakhe kube kumuntu ozo actor as unational commissioner while yena ehamba icala. Uma ke limlahlile lobe limdlala kodwa mayeliwinile uzobuya kwipost yakhe imthetho njalo sizozwa ke ngopresident ngimgcine ngekho kulezo uthe mayiphuma ke enkantolo esephumela ngaphandle wadibana nabezindaba bambuza ngayo lento ukuthi yini ezokwenza ngoba phela usuchargiwe kuzokwenzakalani uzosuspendwa kuzokwenzakalani wayesephendula kanje.
I don't want to discuss my discussion with the president in public, so leave it for him and me, and we'll take it from there.
Are you staying the position?
Well, I'm saying leave it for between me and the president and see how.
Is the work continuing, General?
Well, you know, the police force, the police service must continue doing their work. They must do work. As I said, it's the beginning. We have discovered a lot of organized crime in the country, and it's the beginning. We should continue. The work is just at the beginning.
So you still continue to lead the Madlanga task team at this point?
Maybe let's also rectify it. It's not the Madlanga task team because now people end up having the perception that the judge is investigating people, he's arresting them, and he's adjudicating them. It's wrong. It is a sub-task team on commission. It's not the Madlanga task team. It's a sub-task team on commission, and the judge is nowhere involved in the investigation, is nowhere involved in the arrest. So let's separate those matters.
Now that you've officially been charged, General, what's your message to the police service members? Because you are South Africa's top cop and you are now in the dock. What do you say to your fellow members of the South African Police Service?
They must remain committed and do the work. Yes, I might be being dragged closer to serious criminals, which I don't know them, but they must stay positive, serve the people of South Africa, look forward. I know that I am not guilty, I am not wrong, but of course the trial must still take its course. And all I'm saying is stay focused, don't be diverted. Stay focused, continue doing the work. We have come to a close where we know what is the root cause and who's behind organized crime in South Africa, and we are dealing with it.
Do you believe you've been
let's continue pushing in that direction.
Ngobuzwa ukuthi isinqumo sosizwa ngopresident ekubuyeni kwakhe. Upresident wena uzositshela kodwa yena no president already sebenayo ingxoxo noma basazoba nayo ingxoxo njengoba ethi yena akafuni ukukhuluma ngazo ngoba leyo nkulumo leyo beyiphakathi kwakhe no president. Kodwa njengoba esechajiwe kulindelekile vele ukuthi upresident amsuse lapha kube khona umuntu ozo act. Ngiyacabangela akushuwongo ukuthi kungenzeka ukuba mhlawumbe uyena orecommend umuntu ongase act as uNational Commission. Ukucabanga kwami lokho kodwa phela vele isinqumo sika president wena nelungelo lo appointa ulokhuzane uNational Commission nokumsusa futhi uyo nelungelo futhi lokuthi angasam appoint lapho ilungelo lakhe upresident nalo zobe actor makufanele abekwe ilungelo. Kodwa uthumela imessage kumaphoyisa asele wathi awazibambe iqine ngoba sebeyayazi nomnyombo nabantu ababehind le organized crime sebeyawazi. Ngakho ke amaphoyisa awazibambe iziqini yane okusho ukuthi kusekukhulu esisazokuzwa uzwa phela mayesho kanje ethi ngoba sebeyazi ukuthi lento le organized crime isukaphi bazi umnyombo wayo manje amaphoyisa awazimisela ayibambe iqini. Usho ukuthi kukhulu esisazokuzwa khulu ngempela. Angibambeke ivideo kodwa ngiyacela ukuza ukuphawula kwakho. Bengithi nje ngik-update kwenzakalani manje indaba ye-court kodwa bengingafuni uku-update nje bafikile e-court wachajwa ngokuthi bengifuna ukuthi uyibuke lento uyibuke ngendlela kule video yokuqala engiyifakile kaGeneral Fani ukuthi uNational Commissioner wabaxwayisa ukuthi hayibo ngithole nansi information bangenza lutho kodwa kunalokho bayi-awarda ilokhuzana i-tender. Kusuka lapha i-IDEC uma isicharge abantu iyabayeka laba nalo okuyena oresponsible ophethe supply chain okuyena wasayina wa-award tender imiyekile ibopha uGeneral. Safunda nelokhuzana ne-tweet ebhalwe uMighty Jim ethi kungenzeka na ukuba vele bekuyisu labo enye yamaplan wabo le ukuze bafrustrate umsebenzi wenziwa uGeneral Khumalo noGeneral Mkhwanazi ukuthi basusa uNational Commissioner ngoba uNational Commissioner uyiboss phela emaphoyiseni is the only general okhona noma nale unit ebesikhuluma ngayo la ensukwini kaGeneral Mkhwanazi. uNational Commissioner ongasaqokwe unelungelo lokuyivala mayithanda ngoba uyena osuke uNational Commissioner usuke yena ephethe lekuthiwa kuzoba khona iNational Crime what ngiyazi ukuthi akulula ukuthi angakwenza lokho kodwa nje angakwenza uNational Commissioner ngoba usuke nawo amandla uyena onezilokugcina. Yingakho phela yaqhubeka ukusebenza iPKTT ngoba wathi uMkhwanazi yena umuntu ezwa ngaye uGeneral Masemula so akakwazi ukuthi uminister angangena endabeni zama operations ngoba umuntu ophethe lezo indaba zama operations uGeneral Masemula. Yingakho yaqhubeka ipolitical killings task team wathi ebuzwe emveni kwemedia briefing wabuzwa wathi nake nayibona nayilethe vela kimi ethi ya disband ipolitical killings task team kunalokho iyaqhubeka njengoba isekhona namhlanje nanabasidibana kwivideo landelayo.